So this is not my usual content, but I'm gonna change out my purse. So I thought maybe you might want to see what's in my bag. Just after Christmas, I had to run to the DMV, and I have this weird thing about not being late. Being late gives me like way major anxiety, and so I wasn't running late, but I just didn't want to run late. So I just grabbed the first big bag I could find, so I could like throw a bunch of stuff in it, which was this. Okay, this bag. First of all, it's very summery. Second of all, it's ages old. Like, right? Like, when my kids were much younger, like past diaper bag stage, but you still needed to carry a big bag for all the things for your kids. Um, that was this bag. I remember one time I went into Family Dollar, and the guy behind the counter was like, "I'm carrying this bag, this big bag I use for my pool bag now. I'm carrying it," and he says it like really loud, but I totally overhear him tell whoever he's checking out, "Oh, people that carry big bags only carry big bags because they want to steal." The fuck? Like, I wasn't there to steal anything. And okay, just to give you an example, around that same time, I had two kids with me too. It's not like, I didn't have a reason to have a big bag. Like once, I think my son, he must have been around 7 or 8. He starts going through my purse, and I'm like, "Oh, baby, you shouldn't go through somebody's bags. You know what? That's personal stuff. But since you're my baby, you go right ahead." As if he's going through my bag, he pulls out a tablet and a 3DS and a bag of candy and a bag of goldfish crackers and like sunscreen and chapstick and baby wipes, everything you would need to, you know, keep your kids happy when you're out and about. But he just thought the way his face lit up, like, "Oh my god, my mom's bag rocks." It's got all this stuff in there for him. But anyway, that's the point anyway. So I grabbed this big, huge bag just really quick because I had a lot of paperwork I had to throw in there to go to the DMV, and I haven't changed it out since. And so yeah, when I pulled out my winter stuff, like my sweaters and jackets and stuff, this purse was in there, this cute little Betsy Johnson number that I totally forgot I had. I've had it for years. I would love to buy a new bag, to be honest, but I just can't seem to find one that just kind of sings to me. And like, that's the thing about living in big cities is, you see all these cool shopping videos and stuff, and then you like go to TJ Maxx or Ross or Marshalls or wherever, and like in a big city, all that stuff gets sold out so quick. So I can never find anything cool that I love. So anyway, I haven't used this purse in ages. I just pulled this little kitty cat keychain out of it. How cute is that? So yeah, I figure I'll just switch over to this little purse. And first I have to see what's in it. A face mask. That's cute. Yeah, a face mask. That's how old that is. Evidently, I haven't used this since 2020. Not that I don't still use face masks. If I don't feel good, I'll totally use a face mask. I do not want to be spreading the cold around. Okay, so like I had this dream the other night. It was the craziest dream. Like, okay, so my partner and I were leaving the mall. I guess we were taking the kids to the movies. We're leaving the mall, and he's like way, way, way ahead of me. And for some reason, I go behind this pillar, between this pillar and this wall, and I get stuck there. And there's a big, huge black mamba snake there, and it's hissing at me. And it's like, swipe more from our comments. It's hissing at me, and it's like lunging at me, and I'm freaking out. And my partner's way far away, and he's got these coffees in his hand, and he's like, "Just go around." And I was like, "I can't, I'm stuck. This is the only way I can go." He's like, "Well, I got a white chocolate mocha and an eggnog latte." And I was like, "We've been together for 32 years. You don't know my coffee drink by now?" Because that's not it. And so anyway, I finally get out, and I get past the snake. Like, I jump over and I run away, and I don't get bit by the snake. And then we go to the car, and one of my kids is there with all their friends, and they're like, "You have to give all my friends a ride." And I was like, "This is a VW Bug." I don't drive a VW Bug, by the way. This is a dream. I drive in the laundry. Anyway, I'm like, "Your friends won't fit in the car. Besides, we got to take your brothers home, right?" And so anyway, the whole point is that this little VW Bug was all painted and decorated to look like a rubber ducky, like a little yellow rubber ducky, and now it's literally on my bucket list because I'm obsessed. I need to have a yellow VW bug that looks like a rubber ducky. The other cars on my list I've already had, except for an 86 Jaguar and a 74 Vet. Those are the other two that are on my bucket list other than the yellow rubber ducky. Saying about like Ross and Marshalls, like when you live in a big city, you find these things and you go to these stores and all the cool shit is already sold out. So on my son's birthday, my youngest son's birthday, he wanted to go shopping and then he wanted to go to Olive Garden. So we're like, cool. So we go into Ross because that's where he wanted to go. And my purse broke and I was like, it's fine, I'm at Ross, I'll just pick up another one, right? So I can't find one I like, and so I pick one up and I'm like, I guess this will do. Didn't really love it, didn't really want it, but I needed something just to get through the night. And then I was walking by the wallet section and I found this little Juicy Couture number. It was like $10.99 and I was like, oh, okay, that's perfect. Like my phone fits in it and my little wallet fits in it, and yeah, so I picked that up. But yeah, this little wallet, it says Coach, right? I'm fully aware it's completely counterfeit, but when my dad passed and we were cleaning at his house, he had a little bucket full of wallets and this was in it. And I was like, oh, I bet you were going to give me that for Christmas. So now I use it all the time. And remember, it's on my daddy. And I also have this little bag I got from Ipsy. Is that how you say it? IPSY. I used to keep my meds in it because in case I was out and about and it was time to take my meds. But you know, the thing about Ipsy is, like, I heard all this really great stuff, and if you love Ipsy and you subscribe to them, good for you. That's awesome. I love that for you. But I subscribed to them one time. I'm not gonna say I was disappointed or anything went wrong or bad or anything like that. It was just really underwhelming. Like, I got one little sample of a nice face cream that I really liked, and that was kind of like really what I wanted. You know, little samples like that. Is this a product I want to buy more of? And then I got 2 little hand lotions that, like, seriously, you know, that watered down, no moisturizing property crap you get from the dollar store, but it smells really good. Yeah, that stuff was better than the hand creams they gave me. And then they gave me an eyeshadow. And this eyeshadow, I'm not even gonna use this. The eyeshadow is really pretty. It's a sparkly pink, the kind of shimmer shade you would put like on the inside of your eye. But my issue is my eyes water so much that it just kind of goops up and it feels crappy. So I never use that. So anyway, I was really underwhelmed with Ipsy, so I canceled after the first one. But you know, that's the thing about makeup. I used to love makeup. Even when I was a little girl, I would color in makeup on all my little characters in the coloring books. And then as I got older, I would draw pictures of faces and put makeup on them. And I'd play with my mom's makeup. And by the time I was in my 20s, like, I knew all the products. I, you know, used all the products. I played with makeup all the time. I loved makeup. It was so much fun. Just, you know, the artistic expression and make you happy, feel good, and it was really entertaining to do. And I don't know what happened to that girl, because lately putting on makeup for real, it feels like a chore. I don't enjoy it. I definitely don't enjoy doing eye makeup because I have all these, like, I don't know, I'm old. My eyes are wrinkly, and there's a lot of great, like, primers and stuff out there that'll totally smooth it out. But then, like I said, my eyes feel just cakey and icky, and I'm just not into it anymore. And I wish I was. I don't know what happened. Oh well. I have gloves. Little fingerless gloves with little crosses on them. So those are cute. I'll put those in my purse in case my hands get cold. But then, like I was saying about my eyes, like, people always want to say how pretty my eyes are. And I love the compliment. That's so super sweet. But the first thing I think every time, and I mean, it's not appropriate to say, like, you know, thank you, compliment you back. That's appropriate thing to say. But the first thing I always think is they hurt. My eyes hurt. You know, bright lights, when I close my eyes, you know how the light sometimes just kind of stays burned in your vision for just a quick second? For me, it's like an excessively long time, and it's like blinding light. And I have astigmatism, and I'm super sensitive to light, especially sunlight or fluorescent lights. Yeah, it's just, I'm a creature of the night, and I need it to be dark outside. So anyway, to combat that, I wear sunglasses. Like, my vision's really good. The doctors wanted to dilate my eyes, but that creeps me out. I couldn't go through with it. Like, I canceled at the last minute. But anyway, I always have sunglasses. I don't know that I need this many in my purse. So, yeah. Which ones do you think? These I wear a lot. Like, which ones do you think I should keep in my bag? These ones? They're kind of fire, right? And then in my stocking, in my Christmas stocking, my partner put these for me. I thought it was super sweet. Like a pair for every outfit, right? But which ones do you think I should keep in my purse? Because obviously I don't need 12 pairs of sunglasses in my purse. I always have a fan. This one's really big, but I always have a fan. Because, see, I was diagnosed with an acute panic disorder, so that's fun. And for me, I mean, it's different for everybody, but for me, the difference between an anxiety attack and a panic attack is a panic attack is like when I'm stuck like a deer caught in the headlights, and generally the only thing I want to do is flee. My fight or flight kicks in. And one of the first things that happens is I'll disassociate, then I'll get really overheated, palms sweaty, knees weak type thing. And one of the things that I found that helped counteract that, like a stem, is to fan myself because it cools me off. And it also brings in my focus into one certain part, because generally if my fight or flight is kicking in and I'm having a panic attack, it's because I'm on sensory overload, someplace like the grocery store. So I always keep a fan with me, and it helps tremendously. But like when it's cold outside, like right now, like I'll take off my jacket and I'll be in a tank top fanning myself, and it's like 37 degrees out, and people look at me like I'm crazy. I guess I kind of am, because it's a panic attack, but whatever. So sometimes people will be like, "Oh, are you okay?" And this fan is too big for this purse. I gotta get a different one. And I'll be like, I don't know why there's this stigma, or why I can't just be like, yeah, I'm just having a panic attack and this helps me maintain. Instead, I always say something dumb. I always say the same thing. Oh yeah, I'm having a hot flash. Here's the thing though. Like, I am not premenopausal. I'm not menopausal. I am not having a hot flash. I'm having a panic attack. And why is that? Why is that? All of my friends, they've all gone through the change. I've had 4 kids. And every month, I'm like a stuck pig. You know what I'm saying? And I don't... Whatever. After I had 15 and a half years ago, after I had my youngest son, I asked the doctor too. I asked him to, do whatever they got to do to make sure this doesn't happen anymore. And he was like, "Oh, I would love to, but I can't because I work at a Catholic hospital." So one time I was at the grocery store and I had a panic attack and I had to leave. I had to get out of there. And so I left and I went and sat down at the little benches they had outside the grocery store. And I was crying. I was in a state of self-loathing because, like, why can't I just go in the store and buy a fucking chicken and a tomato? Like, something with the grocery store is just sensory overload. All those lights and the sounds. And anyway, I was not having it that day. And this guy sees me crying. And I mean, it was so sweet of him. He came over to check on me, and I was like, "No, I'm fine. Someone's coming to help me." And I hated that statement too. Like, I shouldn't need help. I shouldn't need someone to come get me, go buy my chicken for me, but my husband was. Anyway, this guy who's so sweet, he's like, "Do you want a hug?" And I was like, "Oh, no, don't touch me." But thank you. But even then, I couldn't vocalize or tell him this glue is dried up. I couldn't tell him, I just had a panic attack and I'm sitting here hating myself for it. I couldn't say anything. I just sat there crying and shooed him away. Anyway, if you're that guy in that grocery store, I'm sure you're not, but thank you. Thank you so much for being kind to me that day. Like, kindness matters, and there are kind people in the world and kind people that will care. It's not uncommon. People have panic attacks. People have panic disorders. People have anxiety. These things happen, and thanks for looking out for me, dude. That was right on. The point being, we really should normalize the fact that anxiety and panic disorders exist. Like, why can't I just say, oh, I had a panic attack, I'm calming down, everything will be fine? Why can't I just say, oh, I'm having a panic attack and I'm self-soothing? Why do I have to tell some lie about being menopausal? And why is being menopausal more socially acceptable to say over I'm having a panic attack? Like, we should be able to be open and honest about who we are and what we're experiencing. Pencils. You know, you never know when the kids are going to need something to write with, or I'm going to need something to write with. Even the kids, my kids are mostly grown. Is there any more? Pens or pencils? Nope, that's it. Okay. You still never know when you're going to need a writing utensil, so we'll keep those in there. I have a back scratcher. Is your back itch? These are nice. This is another thing I found when I was going through my dad's house. There's a lot of back scratchers. Well, not a lot, but it's a couple. Like, I have none, so to me a couple was a lot. We'll put that in my purse. An old gift card that I think has 30 cents left on it. Oh, and some lipstick. This is a pretty shade. Very nice. This is a nice lipstick too. This is by Maybelline Matte Ink Superstay. I got this. My child got this for me for Mother's Day, and it's a really nice lipstick. I'm very fond of it. Ooh, I have $1. I never have cash. That's crazy. Do you guys ever have cash? We definitely live in a cashless society. Another $1. We live in a cashless society. Like, everything is electronic now. So that's nice. Of course, I have gum, because you never know. Not only for fresh breath, but also with the whole anxiety thing. Gum can help, like, a lot. Especially if it's a really strong flavor, like a really strong mint or cinnamon flavor. Definitely can bring your focus into something. And then I have all these cherry ball gums that spilled all over the bottom of my purse. So yeah, that's gross. We'll throw those away too. Oh, my trash can fell over. So I'll just put them in the bag that they fell out of. Throw that away. And then have a lollipop. Because that's necessary. What else is in here? Another pack of gum. Some hair clippies. This one's pretty, huh? Put that in. Another hair clipping. Oh, there's the matching one to that one. Put one on both sides. Cute. I'm not mad at it. And then random, oh, a little ring. This is actually a mood ring. It's my child's. I'm not real big into it. It doesn't really fit either, I think. Oh, and another ring. Another one of my children's rings that don't fit. That one's actually pretty cool. I like that. Oh, and it looks like the last thing I have in here is this little lip balm. I got these at Walmart. It was like 2 for I think like $4.88. There was a white one and a black one. I love this stuff. I don't know what brand it is. It has no brand name on it. Be all my sins. That's what it says on the bottom. Anyway, I gave the black ones to one of my kids because the lips are chapped. But I still have this one. It's crazy to keep a chapstick for over a year, you know what I'm saying? But I've had this one for over a year, which is pretty right on. The black one though has like a minty taste to it. It's like a menthol. Some people really hate mint. Not me though. I'm good with mint. I like mint. But that's everything that was in my bag. And it's all now in this bag. So thanks for watching. I know it's not my usual content, but I appreciate you hanging out with me. Remember, you're valid, you're worthy, and you're loved.